Hi everybody, it's Katie. I am coming back to my forever island here. We're decorating for Christmas and I am working on a mushroom forest. Now, that might not seem very festive, but that is my goal. I'm working here in the back left corner of the island, and particularly I am around the houses for Maple and Flo. Something unexpected happened right as I was starting the speed build. I'd already put a few things in place, and then Flo had one of the bubbles. I checked, and she was asking to move. Now, do I let her go? Yes, no, yes. Okay, this was a tricky question. I have two penguins on the island, Sprinkle and Flo, and I was thinking I was gonna let Sprinkle go and keep Flo, but here Flo is asking to leave, and that's a little convenient, so I said yes. I might regret it later, but for now, I'm just going to move forward with the first task and show you guys here in the speed build that is putting the path down. Now, I decided to go ahead and put the path down for the entire left half of the island. I figure if you guys are watching me put this path together here, you kind of get the gist of how I went about doing it and what my sort of plan was as I was putting pathing on the island, and you don't need to see much more of it than that. The important point here is that I'm using this, little stony path. It's a very cool pattern. The code is in the description below, and I expect to be using it on a huge percent of the forest across the island, at least for winter. The good part about it is that it's a basic 9-piece path, so I can pretty much change it out for anything in the future if I want to decorate the areas on the island for other seasons and holidays. So just like that, pathing complete. So the first thing I wanted to do is get a lot of fencing in place to really designate these different areas. These, again, are campsite areas or rental property, fancy vacation properties that you would rent out and come and stay. Up here for the one by Flo's house, I really wanted a larger area with a couple of picnic tables, something that would look like the type of area you would rent out if you were going to have a whole get-together with family and friends. Over here for Maple's house, I wanted the area to be a little bit more cozy and campsite, so I went ahead and put together the campfire and some of the log stuff, and then I started putting in the mushrooms and trees. I had a lot of work to do to get the forest area of this stuff set up because I didn't have the trees pre-grown, which I've done in the past. I just didn't do it this time because I really wanted to see better where I was putting mushrooms and things down as I was going. It's actually pretty easy to stand on top of the bushes or trees before they're grown and put down custom patterns or smaller items, and I really want every single detail of these areas to be just perfect. The custom patterns that I'm using probably look a little weird. Remember, these are the ones I've picked for winter in snow. And I know I'm not decorating in the snow. I'm decorating in that weird late fall where everything's kind of bland and strange looking. That is perfectly fine because I'm definitely going to be time traveling forward and doing snow. So it's meant to be toured and seen and enjoyed in the snow. I've picked the day ahead of the snow to do the designs for this island for a couple of reasons. One, I really like to see everything come alive with the snow when it happens. It's just fun. But mostly because this is a forever island, so I want the placement of the things that I'm using to be good for every season. Now, some of those things will change, like the custom patterns that I'm using, but not everything is going to change. This is still going to be a deep forest mushroom core area of the island always, and I'll just change it up for different seasons. That means the things need to be where I want them to be so I can enjoy them every time of the year, and that's why I'm working during this really strange period of the, brown, I don't even know what to call the color of this grass. My decoration strategy for the area was really focused on the mushrooms, but with that festive flair. So I decided to use the green partition and the little red mushroom stumps, as well as doing red on the logs for the mushroom logs. I stuck with the white, or I guess kind of the cream color, for the customization on the big white flowers, and I decided I needed to pull a little bit more of that red and green color into the area, so I'm using green mums, nice and foresty. Of course, they're probably my favorite flower in the game anyhow. And then the black cosmos, which have this really good red in the middle and kind of almost a red outline to them that brings in pops of red as well, but it still looks very natural. Remember, the theme here for my forever island is actually a very nature core forest island with these beautiful retreats for the villagers to rent out and live in. I'm also using lots of vines and weeds, bushes, even some of the pretty little red and green bushes, and then the caves, which I put down first, really are meant to just help build a little bit of structure into the area and look just very deep forest-like. I think that the cave and some of even the dry, dead, decayed trees just along the beach with just a little spattering of mushrooms will help kind of take that beach area and pull it into the regular forest as I'm working as well. There are two extra important things that I'm adding to every single one of the plots. The first is going to be a Christmas tree of sorts, and I've decided to use the tree's bounty one for these two plots over here. And then the second item is this wedding welcome board that's been customized with a little pattern that says chalet on it. It's got a little house, and I'm just super happy about the way that it looks. It's kind of identifying that this is a plot. This is an area to rent and enjoy. In addition to the tree, which kind of represents this Christmas season we're decorating for, as well as the sign, I want every single one of my little rental plots to enjoy some type of outdoor seating or eating area. I've done that with both of these, and I want them to be a little bit unique and varied, which it's a good thing there's a lot of seating available in the game. As I finish up the design speed build in this area, I have a question for you guys. When do you start decorating for Christmas? If you celebrate Christmas and you decorate for Christmas, when during the year do you start? We were having this whole debate with a group of friends the other day because a lot of people are decorating early. Some wait till Thanksgiving, some wait till December, or even earlier, closer to Christmas. Now, I'm just kind of curious. Here in America, we have Thanksgiving. That is in the end of November. And for me, that's kind of a kickoff to the holiday season. So that's sort of when I decorate, is either for or directly after Thanksgiving. What about you guys? When do you put things up? If you put things up. And what's your favorite decoration for Christmas? Mine by far is the Christmas tree. Even if we don't do a lot of decorating around the house, which is the case some years, I just always have to have a Christmas tree with the lights. I'm such a sucker for sparkly lights. They make me really happy. So I guess you guys probably knew that about me with the whole twinkle thing and everything. I'm walking through the area now. The decorations are all done. Everything is out, and I actually already think it looks pretty amazing even without the trees grown up. But here, this is not the final tour. This is not what the whole area is meant to be when it's finished. I am going to switch to the snow. So this is like a pre-final tour, getting ready for the final reveal, which is going to be with all the trees grown and snow, and I am really looking forward to it. This has been my favorite part of designing this island so far, decorating kind of in late fall and then just thinking and imagining what it's going to look like with the snow. I just never know if it's going to look right. It could actually look horrible because it's a surprise to me as well. Let's do it. Let's time travel and see how it all came out. This really does make me happy. I think it's so magical with all the snow coming down and the beautiful white on the ground. The custom patterns look just like they're supposed to and really give that deep forest vibe. But then the green and red mushrooms have this pop, right? They just stand out. That's kind of what I wanted. I wanted them to be very natural but also vibrant in a way that just felt festive. Obviously, mostly I did that by going with the red and green, which are the classic colors, but I still wanted it to look natural over here, and I can always customize them to different colors in the future, or I don't know, maybe leave them. I'm thinking that this tree needs to go the other side because it's entirely blocked. This is something I'll probably do here and there where I make just a couple little shifts, and I can tell this sign probably needs to be pushed to the left. I don't know. I might tweak a little bit here and there, but mostly I think it's amazing. As we walk across the bridge and come look at the other little chalet for rental, you can see the combination of the flower and the mushrooms and the leaves on the ground and the custom patterns and a little bit of that green mixed in with the red. And I don't know, doesn't it look like it would be perfect for vacation? That's what I'm going for. I'm going for some little areas that you would want to rent out and come and spend a holiday. And for this particular instance, that would be spending the Christmas holiday. And I really like the way that it all came together. The beaches look even better than I expected. I was a little worried about how they were going to turn out with the snow and the winter vibe, but they look chilly and definitely like you would need a good sweater to wrap up and enjoy them, but still awe-inspiring and beautiful. I don't know what about you guys. I think this came out amazing. I'm so excited to have a mushroom forest on my forever island. This island still has a little unfinished business. If you recall, Flo decided to leave, so I went ahead and checked out the area. Guess what? I still don't know who's coming into this spot. I hope you guys found something useful here and continue creating in this game. Until next time, have the best Animal Crossing day.